Organizers of the pro-immigrant rights rally on Santa Fe's Plaza over the weekend promised there will be more of the same. What brought the issue up was Arizona's new law making it a state crime to be an undocumented immigrant in that state. Republicans who back the Arizona measure say it's needed because the federal government has fallen down on securing the borders. Others see it as a road to racial profiling. While tens of thousands of protesters marched in other cities, Santa Fe's was smaller and more peaceful. Where some protesters were arrested in Washington, D.C., the Santa Fe march and rally saw only a handful of local police standing by, watching. The march from the DeVargas Center passed by the rail yard and headed toward its final stop on the historic downtown plaza. Led by indigenous Mexican dancers in headdress, followed by smartly arranged units of young children, men wearing orange prison jumpsuits marked by signage saying 400,000 immigrants in jail, just plain folks, and students in mock-up graduation cap and gown.
Children, they've gone through the public school system, now they want a college education so they can get a good job.
Are you a teacher?
I work with the UNM, yes. My name's Juan Montes. I'm from UNM Taos, and today's march is raising consciousness on immigration reform and the DREAM Act for our students.
Now, the students here in the graduation gowns and caps, what does that mean?
They're high schoolers from the Taos area, from different parts. They've gone through public schools. Now they want to get into college so they can get a career that they aspire for. Most of the sashes say engineer, doctor, nurse. That's what these young people are aspiring to be.
Are these documented immigrants, citizens, or what?
That's not my business.
We don't ask. You don't ask. The policy in New Mexico is not to ask, right?
Well, the policy in New Mexico has been a bilingual state since U.S. occupation in 1848, and it's in our Constitution. And it's always been a welcoming state, and rightfully so.
The crowd filled the plaza at first before about half of them drifted away during the long program of speeches and invocations from a diversity of different clergy.
Imam Aziz Edabar, Imam of the Taha Mosque in Santa Fe. We established that mosque about 4 or 5 years ago to promote, harmony and understanding among the Muslim community and among the larger community here in Santa Fe.
You took part in this immigrant rights rally. Lots of issues in the United States about immigration.
Yes, may fate, dictate that we always speak up for justice and human dignity and human rights, so we joined the effort today.
How best can the United States solve its immigration question?
Well, I think we have to be humane, and we have to remember that the blessing that God has bestowed in this nation here is related to how benevolent and how compassionate we are towards humanity.
City Councilor Patty Boucher, you introduced a resolution.
No, the mayor's introducing, along with the convention center director and the occupancy tax advisory board. They thought up what a good opportunity to invite Arizona to come to New Mexico, particularly Santa Fe. Come spend their money here if they don't want to be there, and invite everybody back to this community, a community that's inclusive and diverse.
Santa Fe has a policy or an attitude about immigrants?
We have a policy.
Tell me what
I actually introduced that policy, is it a decade ago? It could be a little more. It's that we are an immigrant-friendly city, that we are a city that lives together, we work together, we play together, we are a community of all types, and all are included and all are invited to be part of this community.
And the police are on board with this.
Yes, the police essentially, I mean, you know, if someone's committing a crime from wherever they are, they're of course, you know, to be dealt with. But it's not that they're going to act like ICE and do the job. They don't have the time to do the job of ICE or anybody else. They've got to, you know, fight crime, and that's what we asked them to do, whether, you know, it's someone that's from here or from somewhere else. But we are not to go out and profile racially or seek, you know, we are not a divided community. We are a community that embraces the diversity that lives here. We coexist. I was part of this parade. Every door that was open, every job, every business, you saw the faces of a very diverse community. So we want to just acknowledge that, and we're inviting Arizona to come on over here. If they don't feel safe or comfortable in Arizona, come here. Bring their business here. Bring their families here.
Governor Richardson sounded off on immigration reform on NBC's Meet the Press.
This law in Arizona is terrible. What the administration needs to do is challenge it because it's unconstitutional. Immigration is a federal matter. 100,000 demonstrators were out on the streets against this law around this country, dwarfing the Tea Party demonstrations. There's going to be an anti-immigration hysteria creeping up, and the Congress needs to act. President Bush deserves credit for trying to move an immigration bill. President Obama's on the right path, asking for a bill that says an earned legalization. Those that have to pay back taxes, learn English, get to the back of the line, pay a fine. More border security, I agree with the congressman. But I think the congressman and many Republicans, all they want to do is more border security. Yeah, we need it. I'm on the border, too. We need more technology. We need more border patrol. We need the National Guard. But you have to do it simultaneously as an earned legalization.